So this game is against a team that I've never played against before, but I've seen them playing around our time a lot, and all I have to say is I am super jealous of this team's jerseys and this other goalie. Not that he has matching gear, but I would love to play on this team and be able to do a set of gear to match this team because they look really good. They also have like purple based jerseys as well, and they look really good as well. So I'm really jealous of that. But we'll see how this game plays out. I was using the JRZ Fusion 90 degrees, so like a 580 glove in this game, and we'll talk about that a bit at the end as well. I did a video on JRZ stuff, which I'll link later on too because we're going to be end here. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So if you're buying hockey equipment and you want to support the channel, check out the links in the description. In the US, check out the links to Pure Hockey. In Canada, check out the links to Hockey Supremacy. If you click those links and make a purchase, I get a kickback from the sale. So anything that comes back from that comes right back into the channel so I can make more content and doing like real reviews and stuff. I got buy gear to do a lot of the tests for it, so that costs money and it would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, if you want to support the channel without buying anything, check out links in the description to Patreon, buy me a coffee. Everything through there comes again back into the channel so I can make more content and doing real reviews.
Y'all ready for this?
So this game is kind of annoying. And just because like how these goals kind of went in. The first goal, as you can see from my teammate, it's a weird bounce out in front, goes over me. I try to reach for it. As I try to reach back, my teammate's stick is actually under my blocker hand, not allowing my arm to go down. So he was trying to stick lift the opponent, not really doing that, but totally stopping me from being able to go backwards. And I was like hanging in the air. And after the game, the guy actually said, "What were you doing on that play?" And I was like, "Your stick was under my arm. Like, you were holding me up. What do you want me to do?" So like stuff like that is super frustrating. I could have probably easily covered that one, and we got lucky off like it not going in originally, but because of like how my teammate was tying that the player out, I couldn't move, so it really sucks. The second goal was a total knuckle puck, and it hits like the palm of my glove and just stops out and dies for a rebound. I had no idea where it was, and I easily put it in. I did pretty well with this glove this whole game, and that was just a weird, like, you can see how it comes off. It's a complete knuckle puck, and I'm happy I just got it, and then the rebound is right there, and there's a lot of people open at that time. The third goal, the guy shoots a puck like 6 feet wide, and a guy just tips it out of the air behind me, and it's like, how do you play that? And it might have been a high stick in terms of like over the crossbar, but there's no way a ref is calling that, and it was so close that you would need like a replay from right at the crossbar to be able to tell, and like even on here you can't really tell. So there's no way I'd ever call that against or say like the refs needs to do something there. It was just like an unlucky play. My team also gave up like a 2-on-0 at the end when we were down, so that's why this game is kind of frustrating. And the next time we played this team was actually a few days before I filmed like the talking part, and I actually didn't end up playing for the team because there was a conflict of games, and I think we lost like 6-0. So like, yeah, this team we're playing against is okay, and it's just we aren't the best, and just disappointing all around. As for the glove, so this, like I mentioned, was the 580 from JRZ that unfortunately they're not making anymore. So check out there for me talking about why JRZ isn't making goalie gear anymore, and just going over that glove itself because it was pretty nice. It was actually very nice and a very easy recommendation for 580 or 90 degree, like people who like those gloves. But unfortunately, you can't buy them anymore. And this, I thought it was super awkward to use. I don't like 580s that much, and I don't like the closure. I don't like how like they just sit on my hand and everything. And like when I'm playing actual games, they're great for the puck machine, which I showed, but like for actual games, it just doesn't really work for how I play and stuff like that, and just like the naturalness of where my hand goes and everything. So it was awkward, but I was using a wrist brace on this because this is when my wrist started to hurt, was like right on this game. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wear this glove, I'm going to wear this wrist brace, and somehow it just worked really well for this game. I tried to replicate it like later on, and it didn't work at all. So it was a weird thing of like this game just worked, and I caught quite a few on here, which I normally don't do with 580s. I'm awful with them. So it was kind of surprising that was the case here. And I enjoyed using it for this time. Overall, this game, I thought I played pretty good as well, and not bad for using a glove for the very first time ever. And there's not much you can do when like those goals go in and then you only score one. So it is what it is.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.